Okay, this is an engine I just finished. It's a Proto 2000 Heritage Berkshire nickel plate number 740, and it has a Tsunami, a heavy steam decoder mounted in the tender. There's an 8-pin plug that the decoder can plug into. You just need the special 9 to 8 pin conversion. And I put a medium, which is probably about a 2.5 inch by 1.5 inch oval speaker in the tender right under the coal bunker and glued directly to the coal bunker, so you can hear the sound effects here. That's a short whistle. Steam blowdown. This is the water fill at the water tank. Couple other sound effects here, not sure what they are. That's a air let off and coupler sound. Okay, now we're going to run it. I just finished up weathering this engine. It's airbrush weathered with acrylic polyscale. I used combinations of dirt and roof brown, and then a sand color and a little bit of white combination there, and a little bit of old concrete, and a little bit of rust mixed in there to give it some color. Okay, we're going to run it now. Okay, I'm going to cut off the throttle here and watch it coast. You can hear the rod clank there. I'm going to throttle up to about 37. Okay, now cut it off. I've got momentum programmed into it. CV3 is 30 and CV4 is 20. So you want your CV4, which is your deceleration, a little bit lower than your acceleration momentum. Try that again. Okay, cut off the throttle. Okay, it's a pretty easy Tsunami sound install. You just need the Tsunami 1000 heavy steam decoder, and you need a harness from 9-pin, which plugs into the decoder, to 8-pin, which is the NMRA plug. And if I had the tender apart, I could show you that, but then you just run the 2 wires to the speaker. And if you want chuff, you can run 1 wire between the engine and the tender. I think it's a white wire. It's a little bit off-white for your chuff sensor. One thing I did with this is I permanently mounted the or screwed the drawbar from the tender to the engine because it would sometimes pull out. and I can't really show you that here, but basically I just added an extra tender drawbar, cut one off. I cut the original piece off and cut a short piece with a round loop on the end, and then I cut the pin off in the tender and then drilled it out, and got some good sound effects here. And I drilled it out, and then I put a 256 screw through that, and then put the tender shell back on. I did have to drill out holes, which I can show you, in the coal bunker in the top and in the front of the coal bunker. There's actually holes in there. You can see the glue is not quite dry for the coal yet, but I used real coal, and that allows the sound to escape. There's also holes right in there. It's kind of hard to see, but in the front of the coal bunker, you may be able to see them there. I also added an engineer and fireman figure. They're Cato models, steam era figures. And then you can see the weathering job on it. It also has KD metal couplers. I like to use number 5s because that's what I mostly use, are the number 5s. You can see this side of the engine here. But it makes a really nice model, and the Proto 2000s run really well. They'll pull about 20 to 22 cars up a 2% grade, which I have 2% grades on my layout, and I really actually model clinch field, but I like to mess around and steam a little bit. So that's about it for the video.